Dear brothers and sisters in the Dharma, my greetings from Dharamshala. I hope you are all keeping well, in good health, and practicing Dharma as per your own capacity and likings. The entire world is passing through a kind of crisis due to the COVID-19 pandemic and many other violence and natural calamities. More than a year, and I hope all our Dharma friends, sisters and brothers are safe from all these difficulties and realizing more the nature of the conditioning of the mind and the unwholesome deeds of individuals as well as the collective karmic force, and have more compassionate mind for all sentient beings who are apparently passing through a great difficult and crisis. And this is high time to practice and also to try to cultivate compassion and loving kindness to all sentient beings. I received your questions several days before, but due to certain circumstances, I was not able to answer you promptly. Now today I am trying to discuss with your questions. The questions are very interesting and relevant, but we are not having a direct contact with each other. I may not understood your questions appropriately, and at many times I might misunderstood your questions. So there's no way to re-verify or discuss in depth. Nevertheless, on the face of the questions, the words you have put together, whatever I was able to make a sense, I will try to respond to those questions. You have also written the names of the questioners who have put the questions, but I am not reading them because I am not able to pronounce correctly. So to mispronounce a name is not appropriate. So I will say the question number 1 and question number 2. The question number 1 is a teacher who come to teach, give initiation, and oral transmission is said to be Guru of three kindness. That's true. Who have given initiation, who have given oral transmission, and who have given the explanations of the tests are considered to be Guru of the three kindness. Then your question goes that the teacher is ready to take this student as disciple, but this student said he is not ready. the student wants to consult his guru regarding this matter. At first the guru shook his head, but on the next day the guru told him that the teacher is his guru. What should the student do now? To accept the teacher as one of his gurus, as told by his guru, or avoid, as he is not ready to commit to a guru-disciple relationship? This question seems to be imaginary. I don't know whether it happened in reality. It might happen in reality as well, but apparently it seems to be the teacher who is the guru of your own guru. Then in any way, that person is your lineage guru. Lineage guru means right from the Buddha, Shakyamuni, till your own teacher, your own guru. The transmission comes from one to another. And all the teachers in between, they are mostly recorded in many texts, particularly in the tantric texts. The lineage gurus are mentioned. So the lineage is also sometimes short lineage and at many times long lineage. So whosoever is in the lineage guru, you shall have to respect. And although he or she is not directly teaching you, but the person is in the lineage of the transmission, the tradition. So you have to keep a devotion or keep a respectful mind for that guru. Whether you keep with him or with her a direct relationship, the person is not to be disrespected or to be ignored. Now the question is, the disciple is not ready to become direct disciple of one of the lineage gurus, yet your direct guru or root guru tells you that you should become the disciple of his own guru or some lineage guru. Now here it depends on how your direct guru instructs you. The direct guru instructs you, you must become the direct disciple of his guru. Then you shall have to obey. Even you are not ready to become the disciple, you should try to cultivate your mind, make ready, and become the disciple of the guru's guru. If your guru's instruction is not a definitive directive, just a suggestive, you may become the direct disciple of my guru. It is a kind of suggestion. He or she says, you may, not you should, or you shall have to. So in that case, you should examine your own mindset, whether you will able to become the direct disciple of the guru's guru, or you still have certain reservations. If you still have certain reservations, then you should ask your guru politely that I am not ready to establish the guru-disciple relationship with his guru, and let me try to cultivate my own mind. Until that, I would like to postpone to establish the relationship. And this is my idea. I shouldn't say it's not my idea. It is according to the treatises according to the Shastras, and I think that suffices your question. And in any case, the lineage guru, whether you have a direct relationship or you don't have a direct relationship, the lineage guru is also, when you do the guru yoga, you shall have to remember them, you shall have to pay respect to them, and keep a respectful mind all the time in order to keep the guru devotion intact. So I hope this suffices your question. Then the second question, how do you know if you have a good connection to your guru if you don't know him personally or have a close relationship? This is a very practical question. There are many teachers and students, they meet only in the course of teaching. When the teacher gives a teaching, the students attend to their teaching. In these days, the teachings also not very closely get together, like our conversation through internet, virtual kind of teaching. In these cases, only the voice of the teacher in the course of teaching, you hear it. Apart from that, you do not have any personal relationship with the teacher. And in such case, how do you know if you have a good connection with your guru? Is to be examined of your own mindset. And it is not depend on the guru. All the gurus are supposedly to have a compassionate mind and a kind of nearness with all his disciples. That's to be taken for granted. There might be some exceptionals, and that is to be examined separately. In general, the teacher, when accepts a student for his or her teaching, then the teacher shall have to consider the listener as his or her disciple, student, and there should not be any discrimination. And from the student side, the two things are to be examined, whether you have a good connection to your guru or not. The number one is how you feel when you think of your distant guru, with whom you have no personal knowledge or direct relationship. You feel happy whenever the teacher comes to your mind and inspires you and give you a sense of closeness, a kind of affection. This kind of your feeling is one of the thing through which you can know your relationship. The second is the effectiveness of the teaching. Whatever Guru taught you, it touches to your heart and it makes some difference in the cultivation of your mind in virtuous sight, and the teaching is not easily forgotten, and it remains in your memory. And when you practice the teaching, you find no obstacle and difficult. These two things in a positive way, then you should think you have a close relationship, you have a good relationship with your distant guru. And on the other hand, your feeling, whenever that guru comes to your mind, your feeling is some kind of irritation, and it does not give you happiness, or the remembrance of the guru does not inspire you, and his teachings are easily forgotten. And when you practice the teaching, your mind is not easily evolving in the positiveness. In that case, you should think that your relationship is not perfect. So you should cultivate devotion to that guru, and you should think about the qualities and the kindness and the goodness of teaching by thinking in this way, so that slowly you might be able to develop a proper relationship with that guru. And your second question is, what happens to the guru connection and your progress on the path after the death of your guru? That is not a problem. Once you establish an appropriate connection with your guru, then usually the gurus are older and the disciples are younger, and mostly the later part of the disciples' life, the gurus are usually passing away. Whether gurus are present in physical form or gurus does not present in physical form, you have the inner relationship, the mental relationship with that guru. So therefore, you must keep your devotion, and whenever necessary, you should pray to that guru by remembering him as a lifetime, and you can do the Guru Yoga with that guru, and by this way, your progress in the path will not be disturbed. Of course, one problem might happen, that is that you need to put questions, or you need to seek clarifications, or you need to seek his help whenever you find some difficulty in the progress of your path. Then of course, the physical absence of the guru, you will not be able to contact with that guru. In this matter, then you shall have to find a substitute guru or substitute Kalyan Mitra with whom you could consult or you could seek help instead of the Guru who is already passed away. And apart from that, if you have already got complete teaching during his lifetime, and then you are practicing, then whether the Guru is physically alive or not alive will not make much difference. I hope your two questions are clarified. Now the third person's question is more a kind of seeking information. It says, please give an example of spontaneous, simple interaction that you possibly had with your root Lama or another worthy teacher enter in your life that clarified Dharma, Buddhist quality, Dharma, Hafen Buddhist quality, that he or she taught you in more detail. This is a kind of question about my own experience. Either in your life that clarified a Dharma Buddhist quality that he or she taught you in more detail. I do not remember particular incidents or particular events like this, but I definitely have many this kind of experience. Spontaneous, simple interaction that give a lot of understanding and insight. At that moment or later on, my great teacher in my younger age, I was able to become his disciple. At the age of 9, I was 9 years old. He taught me right from the reading, writing, and all the basic education, and as well as give a great many in-depth teachings of the Buddhist philosophy, Buddhist Dharma, and Buddhist metaphysics and many things. I remained with him since I was 9 years old till I was 17, 18. And formal teachings are not many. Occasionally he gives formal teaching. Otherwise, in day-to-day life, the simple conversations or observing something on day-to-day life or incident of some people, interacting with some people, his small remarks or his gesture, which gives immense in-depth understanding of the Dharma. And that is not only due to the words he spoken or his gesture showing, but a kind of mental energy which transfers to you through this kind of gesture or words or something observing together. It really happened. And I understand your question, and also a good disciple, whenever he or she have an opportunity to be with the teacher, close to the teacher, not in formal teaching, but just living together or traveling together, you should have an inquisitive mind and sensitive mind to note, to receive this kind of spontaneous and simple interaction. If you are able to notice them, you are able to sense them, then it will increase. As much you become more sensitive, this kind of spontaneous interaction will become more and more. And that is very good in the progress of your spiritual path. So you should keep an open mind and ready to receive the Guru's energy or transmission of the insight through various channels. So that is important, and also you must have a very sensitive mind to understand, to receive them. Then the next question, can you speak more on the difference of Guru devotion in Tantra, in Sutra and Tantras? I think my earlier talks, I mentioned a little bit of them. In Sutra and in Tantra, there are number of differences. How to have an attitude to your Guru. First I speak about the Sutra. In Sutra also, the Charvakyan Sutras and the Bodhisattvayan Sutra, there are also some difference. In the Charvakyan, particularly in Vinaya Pitaka, there is no mention that you must consider all your gurus as Buddha. All your gurus already attained the Buddha nature, and your guru is a Buddha. That is the Paramitayan, Bodhisattvayan, teach like that. In the Charvakyan Vinaya Pitaka Asta, in that the teachers should be considered alike with Buddha. And the logic is that if you do some disrespect and some harm to the teacher, and it is equal demerit if you do it a Buddha. And if you do good things, devotion, respect, and offering something to your Guru, the benefit is also equal to the doing these things to the Buddha himself. So in that way, they do not say all the Gurus are Buddha nature. In the Paramitayan, Pajaparamita Sutra, Asta, they say you must consider your guru as Buddha, because gurus are the channel of the Buddha, and the Buddha cannot use a channel which is less than Buddha nature. So by this way, in the Sutra also, there are two different ways of having attitude to your guru. And in any way, in the Sutra, there is very clear instruction that if your guru is giving something, giving instructions which is not appropriate according to the Dharma, as something the teacher says you to do which is forbidden in the canon of Dharma, then you should politely deny the instruction, disobey the instruction. Chumayim Bamanan Tobar Chao is very clear. Something tells to you by your guru which is against the dharmic principle, then you should defy to accept that instruction. And in the Tantrayana, not in general, but in many particular cases, even your guru instructs you something against the Dharma, you should have the wisdom whether you should do it or you should not do it. There are many incidents which are recorded. For example, the Tilopa tells his disciple, his chief disciple, Naropa, to bring some rice soup from a village. Even he has to steal it, he should do that. And he was not able to procure the rice soup by any other means, and he just take it without the permission of the villager. And that rice soup given to his guru is a kind of great offering. So these kind of things, exceptions, are available only in the Tantra. Then of course, in the Sutra, there is no mention of Guru Yoga Puja. You can only offer directly the physically existence of Guru, or then you can offer something to his image or to the Guru's picture or something, but there's not mention of something ritually to do as a Guru Yoga. In the Tantra, you have many different things. Almost every Tantra, there's a Guru Yoga practice. In Guru Yoga practice, in Tantra, then you shall have to imagine the Guru as a outer body, and in his chest, you should consider the Jan Sattva, Ishisimpa, the deity, and in his chest, the Tenzin Sattva, the Dhyan Sattva, the seed mantra, something like that. We call it threefold Guru Yoga. So that is a kind of specialized way of Guru devotion in Tantra. So in Tantra, whether Gurus physically exist or physical do not exist, even all the Gurus are passed away, you can do the Guru Yoga Puja all the time. And that has a special kind of ritual things, and through which you can visualize the Guru and the deity and the mantra. All three are together, and by which it gives more energy and more effectiveness. So that is the specialization in the Tantra. So I think that much is okay. Now the next question is, could Rinpoche speak at all to the difference between root guru and a Bajra master if they happen to be different individuals? Especially if one looking at the three kindness of Guru from a Vajrayana perspective, the kindness of bestowing a highest Yoga Tantra initiation has come not from the root Guru but from another teacher. This is a very interesting question. Before dealing with the question, we must understand the definition of root Guru. There are different ways of interpreting root Guru. So, at many times, the definition of root Guru is taken as one of the most important Guru amongst your many Gurus, and that is considered to be root Guru. And in another way, root Guru means the direct Guru. All the Guru from whom you receive the teaching directly in the physical presence, that are the root Guru, and the others are lineage Guru. So these two different definitions has to be understood in accordance with the different context. There are two different words in Tibetan. Ngun ta Gyütö Lama, Ngun Lama, the direct Guru, Gyütö Lama, the lineage Guru. Or in other words, in Tibetan sometimes use Tsawa ta Gyübar Chebe. The Tsawa Lama is root Guru, Gyütö Lama is lineage Guru. So in that way, there can be many root Gurus, and root Guru need not to be identified as one particular Guru. All the Guru from whom you have received direct teaching can be considered as root Guru. The Bajra master is the connotation or the definition of Bajra master. That means a Dojil Hoben. That is particularly from whom you receive initiation of any tantric deity. That is only the Bajra master. So all the Bajra masters can be considered as a root Guru. Now, according to the first definition, root Guru is identified as one of the most important Guru amongst your many Gurus. And in that case, from whom you have the most instructions or teachings are received, or by whom you have the most benefited through the particular Guru's teaching, that should be considered as your root Guru. And in that case, your root Guru and your Vajra Master can be different personalities, different persons. That is okay. A Vajra Master give you just once an initiation, and which did not cultivate your mind in great extent. But you have received the teachings, particularly your regular practice of your regular progress of path is come from another teacher, then you can consider the other teacher is a root teacher, root Guru, and the Vajra Master is, of course, important, but it may not be considered as a root Guru. But by and large, in many contexts, root Guru is considered to be direct Guru, not the lineage Guru. In that case, the Vajra Master and other teachers, you can have several root Gurus. And then, of course, you receive just a small amount of teaching from a particular teacher. That person may not be considered as a root Guru, but one of the Gurus. The Vajra Master and the root Guru for a particular disciple can be different person. Even that, there's no harm to consider both of them as your root Guru. So it is depend on using the expression of root Guru in what context. So therefore, otherwise also, you cannot differentiate or discriminate or consider one is more important and the other is less important, whether you have received more teaching or less teaching. But in the process of Guru Yoga Puja, then among the Gurus, you have to choose one Guru as the main deity in visualization. So in that case, you shall have to identify. And apart from that, if you have the real Guru devotion and you consider all your Gurus as a Buddha, then there is no difference. And all the Buddhas are in reality in oneness. I shouldn't say in oneness. There's no individuality or no separation. All the Buddhas are in the realm of Dharmakaya. They are all pervasive and no pigmentation. Then the next question, it is about Gyütö Rinpoche. The question says, could you tell any story or speak about your time with Gyütö Rinpoche in India or Tibet? We don't know much about Rinpoche before he come to the United States, and love to hear of his younger days. Yes, I still remember very much my association with Gyütö Rinpoche in Gyütö Monastery. I was 12 years old when I joined Gyütö Monastery because I born a far remote area of the eastern Tibet, and from my village monastery to Gyütö Monastery we traveled by horseback. It took 75 days. I don't know how much kilometers, but it took 75 days. And each day we used to travel around 18 to 20 miles. In Tibet, the distance are being measured by miles, not by kilometers. So average 15, 16 or 18 or sometimes 20, 21 miles we used to travel on horseback. So it's far away. So I joined the monastery at the age of 12. And Kalön Rinpoche born in Lhasa, so therefore he joined the monastery much early. So he was a very young age, he already joined the Gyütö Monastery. So thereby he is 4 or 5 classes senior than me. So when I joined the monastery, he was quite senior to me. Of course, we are same age. He was also born in 1939. I was also born in 1939. When we are in the Gyütö Monastery, Drepung, Sera, Gaden, the 3 great monasteries, the same age of Tulku in these 3 monasteries, we know each other was about 13 or 14 Tulkus are same age, 1939 born, and he was one of them. He was very intelligent, and particularly he is known to memorizing the root tests. And he has memorized all the 5 root tests of the treatises which we study in Gyütö Monastery. And he was not very sharp in a debate session, but he has great capacity to memorize the root tests. And when I go to the debate ground, I have to pass by from his residence, and we also hear he was reciting the root tests in his residence, and he do not attend much regularly in the debate sessions. Then, of course, in 1959, we came together, not together, we reached in India in the same year after the 59 uprising, the Tibetan refugees flow after His Holiness to India. And for quite some time, he was in the Baksa, and I was in the Misamari, in a different base camp. So in the beginning, we are not able to see each other. And then the next year, 1960, we all summoned by His Holiness to Dharamshala, and we lived 2 years, around 2 years, 1.5 years, 2 years together in Dharamshala. At that time, we have 14 Tulkus and Gishis together. 3 or 4 Gishis and the rest are Tulkus. We live in Dharamshala, receiving instructions and teachings from His Holiness tutors, Jabjilin Rinpoche and Jabjijan Rinpoche. So at that time, we lived together for a year or so. Then thereafter, he was appointed as principal of a Transit school in Kangra, and I was appointed as a teacher in Shimla. And then we separated, and till that we are together. So eating together, living together, studying together. So he at that time studied English language quite well. I was just neglecting the language study. Not only neglecting, I just resist. I try to not to learn the English language. So that was the difference. So later on, his language skill has become very useful for teaching the Westerners when he goes to United States. And then after we are departing separately from Dharamshala, we still keep a very close contact. Before he was going to US, he worked in the Tibet House, Delhi, and later on he worked in the All India Radio Tibet section, Tibet program in Delhi. And during that period, he has a good house as a All India Radio staff. He has a good house in Delhi. And whenever I visit Delhi, I used to stay in his residence. And we keep very close. Then he also doing publication of many rear tests in Delhi. And at that time, whenever I come to Delhi, live in his house and use his vehicle, and he drop me wherever I have to go. He drives a car, and by this way, we are so close. And then his publication work, sometimes I try to assist in editing or making some kind of introduction. So that is how we keep a so close relationship. Then after his going to United States, he keep constantly in touch with us. Whenever he comes to India, he visits me. So that was how we are all together in Tibet and in India in early days. The second question is, when your root guru leaves his physical body, his Dhammakaya is what is left to connect with, and his Sambhogakaya is in Pure Land, waiting to reincarnate. So we connect through our practice. When other teachers, when other teachers come alone, do we need to another guru? When other teachers come alone, do we need another guru? Do we maintain our connection with the root guru through practice and cultivate new relationship with the new gurus? Hopefully, they all have that Dhammakaya essence in common. Your question is already answered. Since Paramitayan and Vajrayan, all the gurus are considered to be Buddha. And the Buddhas in Dharmakaya, there's no separation. There's no individual identity. So therefore, when a guru, root guru, is no more in physical body, and we shall have to connect with his Sambhogakaya or Dhammakaya both. Sambhogakaya and Dhammakaya both can be visualized in Guru Yoga, in the Tantra. And if you are not doing Guru Yoga, even in the Paramitayan, you can think of the pervasiveness of the Dharmakaya. And even you have another Guru that is also connected with the Dhammakaya of all your Gurus, all the Buddha nature, inclusive of every Buddha. So therefore, to connect with the Dharmakaya and Sambhokaya in our visualization or in our Guru Puja rites. And even not in the Guru Puja, you can think of the perfectness of the Dharmakaya of all Gurus, and through which you can receive the energy, you can receive the influence, you can receive the blessings, and whenever you have some doubt, you can visualize the Gurus and pray to the Dharmakaya to remove your obstacles or doubts through Guru's blessings or influences. And there's no problem. Your sentence, the last sentence is perfect. Hopefully, they all have that Dhammakaya essence in common. That's true. All the Buddhas has Dhammakaya essence in common, and all the teachers are in reality in common in the essence of Dhammakaya. The last question, the third, is if the teachers and Gurus are channel of Buddha and of the enlightened nature, then our new teachers and Gurus are also channeling the previous Gurus. Exactly. All the Gurus and teachers are in the realm of Buddha Bhumi. All of them are Buddha. So therefore, the living Guru or the new Gurus are channel of the all Buddhas. Therefore, your past Gurus or your other Gurus, whenever you receive a teaching from one particular Guru, and you are receiving the teaching from all of your Gurus and all of the Buddha nature, so therefore, there's no differentiation. This Guru is a channel of Maitri Buddha, or this Guru is a channel of Shakyamuni Buddha. So Gurus are channel of all Buddhahood, all Buddhas. So therefore, all Gurus as well. So your question is very right. I'm sorry if I do not understood properly the questions, then there's no way to debate or discuss. It is a distance kind of conversation. Hopefully, you will solve them by your own wisdom and by your own intelligence. You should ponder upon it and argue and put rationality and reasons over and over again. Then you will be able to remove your doubts. I appreciate your interest in Dharma and your devotion to your Gurus and your devotion to the practice of Dharma. I pray to Triple Gem to have all virtuous things in your mind, and your mind will grow into the Buddha Chitta, into the compassionate mind, loving kindness, and you will be able to achieve the Buddhahood in not for distant future. And I wish all the sentient beings happy, and I pray the present human problems may also come to an end, and the sentient beings on this planet Earth can live in peace, harmony, and a kind of harmony with the nature, harmony with the sentient beings, and harmony with everything, and have a more happy future for everyone. Thank you very much.